So, Saturday morning, and I've managed to sneak out for half hour. I did get the kids bathed and dressed before I went out. I've snuck out for half hour. I've had to pop down and get the Kitcar out of Stuart's place because he needs the room, just pop it here in the unit. So, why was it over Stuart's? Why did we have the Diff out the other day? I didn't really get a chance to do a bit of a video on it. Stuart sort of took it away before I got a chance to because he wanted to get it done. So, we've been having oil leaks in this thing. We haven't been able to stop them. The last time we went to Castle Combe, obviously when it got hot, the Diff was leaking like hell. We found that even when we loaded it up on the trailer and got to the tracks, it was just leaking all over the trailer. And you know what Diff oil's like, stinks. Plus there was that little bit of a leak from the engine at the front, which we've managed to sort out. So obviously we can't really get to our ramp at the moment. I haven't really got the time to mess about with it, so I've just given it to Stuart to do. He's whipped the Diff out, and what have we found? I did rebuild the Diff not that long ago, as you already know, and I put the Quafe ATB in it. It was the Caterham one with the narrower cones, specifically for the kit cars really. Works fantastic, by the way. But since then, it leaked. I mean, I'm assuming it leaked before I did it, because when I stripped it, it had no oil in it. I was expecting once we got it out to see that front seal was leaking, because I put a new seal in, obviously all new seals, new bearings and all that. The preload and all that's good. I've had a couple of people email actually since they've seen that Diff saying make sure you put a solid washer in there rather than a crush washer. That's what I've done before, so that's all good. Fortunately, that seal where the pinion flange goes in wasn't leaking at all. What's happening is, and since we've got it out, I've looked on the net and it's apparently a renowned trait for them. The pinion flange at the front has got like a bearing sort of washer on the end. So where it goes into where the pinion shaft goes in through the splines and then does upon the end, it's not the bolt that's leaking or the bolt washer, it's around the washer. It sort of turns inside the pinion flange. And that was what's leaking. It's leaking from the outside. So I sort of scratched my head for a night really, thinking how I could modify it, whether I could put a seal in there and this, that, the other. Couldn't really do it. I haven't got enough room because where the location is where I was going to put a seal, I think by the looks of it, the prop shaft locates in there before it does up. So what I've read on the net, guys, is everyone says just blast it, get it all clean, get it brake cleanered, very clean of oil, and just silicone the hell out of it. So that's what we've done. I put silicone on the inside of it, so when you put it on the pinion shaft, the splines go through and push it through the hole. And then I've just literally, once it's torqued up, I've just smeared silicone over the face of it, covered it in it, let it go off. We put it in, we've left it for a day and a half now, and it doesn't seem to be leaking a drop. So fingers crossed, I've solved that, guys. So yeah, as I said, fingers crossed, hope to God I have solved, or we have solved, all the oil leaks in the kit car, which is great. A couple of you asked that we are doing a track day on the 4th. I forgot to probably mention that we're doing it at Castle Combe again. So that's the 4th of this month. The 4th of August, we're doing a track day at Castle Combe. So it's on a Friday. If you can make it, guys, pop over, say hello. We'd love to see you. And we have also just booked another one at Thruxton on the 21st, which is a Monday of August. So if you can make that one as well, head over. We haven't done Thruxton yet. Probably going to be a bit long-winded in this car, a bit flat out all the time because it's supposedly the fastest track in the UK. But we've got Joe Oates coming along with us, like I said, to both of them. So he's coming to Castle Combe and Thruxton in his Focus. He's Cosworth-powered four-wheel drive Mark 1 Focus. Very trick car. Joe races that in the modified Ford series. We built the engine on it, obviously, and he's just bought a new turbo and had it tuned at 605 horsepower, so should be pretty good. I think he's got a sequential box now, dry sump and all the rest of it. So yeah, be good to go along with Joe. He's a great character, become a decent friend, and yeah, come along, guys, see the cars and say hello. Really appreciate it. So guys, another piece to the E30 puzzle. Right, this I'm pretty sure, I've only just opened the top of the box, I haven't had it out yet, I'm pretty sure this is the Cooler Works gear selector. So let's have a look. The unveiling. God, it's like Christmas in here. It is the Cooler Works. And here is Stuart. The unveiling of another, the unveiling of another piece.
Dash? No.
Oh, mate. Hello. So it's every day's Christmas in here, Stu.
With the amount of money you got.
Tell them that. For Christ's sake. Oh God. I don't want to get little white things everywhere. I've got rid of all my little white things. Oh, look at that. Look at that, mate.
That's nice.
You like that?
That's sprung loaded too.
Oh. Oh.
Really?
Feel that.
Is that your reaction?
Oh, look at this. Beautiful bit of kit. So this is for the E30 chassis going onto that gearbox. Oh, okay. So rather than mount onto the gearbox, it mounts onto your chassis. Yeah. And then you can adjust it and
well, that's, at least
have it up here.
No mods needed, so that's ideal, isn't it?
But there's more.
Electronic indicator?
Nope.
Oh, that's disappointing.
This is the kit that mounts directly, so you ain't got to drill any holes. Just go straight onto the E30 body.
Nice.
You got your little gator.
Very, very nice. Oh, so does that?
So that just mounts.
So that mounts from underneath, does it?
So that mounts. Yeah, that goes into the hole.
Yeah, and that mounts.
And that mounts onto here.
Oh, on top.
Yeah. And you can sort of, I think, the more you pull it back, the more you pull it back, the more the lever will come back.
So the gate is for the lower piece.
So the gate is for the lower piece to just block the hole.
Yeah. Stop you getting.
And you got your gasket there.
Wind up your shorts.
Very nice.
Tasty, isn't it?
It is tasty, Stu. So there we go, guys. Very, very happy about this. Got the Cooler Works shifter, so this mounts onto the body of the car, and this is the fitting kit for the E30. So basically, you've got the gator there that goes down the hole. And this sits on the top there, and then this mounts on top of it, and obviously you've got elongated holes, so you can adjust it forward and backwards depending where you want the stick. So you can see that now sitting on top of its base, so you've got a gasket on the bottom look that sits on the tunnel, and obviously that connects to the shaft that goes to the gearbox. So rather than the gear selector usually is gearbox mounted, this sits on there, then you've got it fully adjustable depending where you want the gear stick. Obviously you've got to set it up. Once it's linked to there, you can set the gear stick where you want. You can obviously, you've got various pins here to set your locks, etc. Pull up for reverse. Very exciting. I was in last night. After work, I managed to stay on. My missus let me stay on for an hour or two. It's not going to be very often. I know you guys say I should spend time with family, but we've got so much work here at the moment. I'm holding back doing any work on the E30 or the S50 engine for our E30 in work time. So I stayed over for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I managed to get through the cylinder head. So where are we with it now? We have obviously got the block in the blue. We've got the piston rings and gaskets, etc. We're having a clutch made at the minute. It's an organic, a solid plated clutch, uprated cover slightly, but different material. So it's like a combination of materials to just give it that bit of extra hold on the track, so we don't wear a standard one out quite so quick. But I don't want it as harsh as a paddle. So that's where we are with the bottom end, guys. As soon as we get that clutch, we can get this thing balanced, or get the crank balanced, and get on our way just building it. Obviously all these bits have got to be painted and fettled with. The Vanos, we're just going to clean up the outside. That Vanos was gone through by the previous owner just before he took the engine out of the car, so that is all good, I know that. Alternator, We've had the alternator serviced. More so, I know the alternator was good, but it's more so just to make it look nice. And we've got a local company that does all our alternators for our cars, and they don't charge us hardly anything, and it just looks brand new. So yeah, last night, what did I do? The bucket housing top cover here, we've blasted that looking fresh as anything. We've got a few bits that's come out that cover, it's got to go back in. Manifold there. I'm still toying with what colour to do the manifold. Bear in mind, I'm going to do the cover original black and just machine over the top, so it's all fresh, standard looking. But do I leave that silver? Do I paint it black? What do you think, guys? The head. So this is mainly what I did last night. Took all these bits out of the head, all the plugs, etc. These plugs here, and as you can see, that head is looking fresh now, guys, like new. If we just turn it over, oh, you can see it is literally like brand new. Now, I was quite excited when I was doing this last night, because I was in the vapor blaster, sort of blasting this head away, and I thought, do you know what? I'm so excited about doing this E30 for two reasons. One, because as you all know, it's a car that I've always wanted to do, a DTM rep E30 M3 recreation with the S50 in it. I love that engine. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're an engine builder, so this car here, this engine is our flagship. This engine has got to be minty mint, it's got to be perfect, it's got to be, you know, it's got to represent us as a company. So next year we're going to be doing a lot more track days and stuff. We're going to be hopefully going European, we're going to do Nürburgring, Spa, Monza, all the rest of it, as many as we can really. So with obviously our name plastered all over the car, so this engine's got to be tip top. So I'm going to do absolutely every nut and bolt on this. Is going to be minty mint. And just represent the standards that we actually go to here at Barham Engines. So really looking forward to it, guys. But yeah, like I said in the main channel, it's been a fantastic week this week. We've got some really good phone calls, really good stuff coming in. You know, and it's all nice trick stuff here. We've got a nice MR2 race motor to do. We've got a 3.9 TVR V8 to do, lovely motor. That's going to be all a bit funky. We're going to port the heads, cam, uprated clutch, all the rest of it for that. So looking forward to getting in amongst that. We got the usual stuff, the midget, little motors like that. We've always got them in. Obviously got this ST to do. This V8 is all done. That's going back to the customer as a short motor. We've got Cosworth, normally aspirated Cosworth. So we've got the liners there for that. Wow, looking forward to getting in amongst it all. Just bought some throttle bodies as well for that, some Gem Vs. So once that's built up, we've got a period style Cosworth cover that looks period because it's going in a Mark 1 Escort. So Paul's going to drop that down with a few other bits. And so once that's built up, really looking forward to getting that on the main channel. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's an update on the Kitcar, update on the E30. Hopefully that goes back to Mikey Monday, or definitely Tuesday, he promises. So it's all happening. It's all happening here. Until another video, guys, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you when we see you. Cheers.